After hearing pushback from thousands of people across the country based on his statement referring to Muslims, Jerry Falwell Jr. is speaking out today to set the record straight.
Yeah, people opposing his statement from last week's convocation at Liberty include Governor Terry McAuliffe and presidential candidate Hillary Clinton. WSLS 10's Rob Manch spoke with Falwell today and has the details for us tonight.
When I met with Jerry Falwell Jr. today, he spoke candidly about his remarks last week, saying he doesn't regret anything he said about Muslims or about his opposition to the president's push for more gun control.
I've always thought if more good people had concealed carry permits, then we could end those Muslims before they walk in and kill it.
Jerry Falwell Jr.'s statements urging increased gun ownership have reignited a debate throughout the country on gun control, but it also brought criticism, saying he may have been marginalizing a religion in the process. I asked him Tuesday to clarify his meaning.
Why the word Muslim instead of the word perhaps terrorist?
I could have, terrorist would have been a good word to use too. I just was referring to those particular people, and they were motivated by their religion, and so it was a relevant term for that particular event.
Referring to the terrorists in San Bernardino that murdered 14 people at a Christmas party, Falwell says if someone there had been carrying, the tragedy might have been avoided. Being the leader of the United States' largest Christian university, I asked how he feels guns fit in with his faith.
These terrorists had slapped me on the cheek, I would have turned the other cheek, but that's not what they did. Jesus in Luke 22:36 said to his disciples, if you have to sell your coat to buy a sword, do it, because he knew trouble was coming.
Students at Convocation Friday cheered Falwell's comments. Student class president Quincy Thompson says he supports the president, and being on one of America's only college campuses that allows students to carry guns actually makes him feel safer.
I'm assured that, in light of anything that would happen, that there would be students that are, have gone through the necessary procedures, that have gotten their permits, that would be able to respond to situations like that appropriately.
Since Friday, Falwell says around 100 students have called to sign up for Liberty's concealed carry class.
I know many students are appreciative, and I plan on taking that class myself here next semester.
Falwell says he wouldn't take back what he said. He just wishes the crowd hadn't drowned him out in support.
But that's the only regret. I just wish I'd said it louder.
Liberty plans to allow students to bring guns into their dorm rooms starting next spring, and Falwell says he hopes that other schools follow in their footsteps. In Lynchburg, Rob Manch, WSLS 10.